Something possibly special today. We've been talking about FRFRs a lot lately, and one of the things was I got one of those Celestion F12 X200, whatever the thing's called. It's Celestion's two-way 12-inch FRFR speaker, and you could just throw it in a guitar amp. We tried it with the Fender Mustang 3 V2. Sorry, all these little tiny little subtle names and things. Um, but it sucks to have to give up a whole amp for that. But if you have an old dead amp, but it has a pretty flat power stage, it's great. You just throw that speaker in and go. In this case, I'd rather not give up that amp because that amp's great otherwise. So it's got its own problems, but it's pretty cool. Anyways, so if I found a nice quiet power amp, find an old dead amp that you don't want to use, that's the ultimate thing. But a lot of these pedal amps, they're like $400, and I don't see any of those. There's not too many of the lighter amps around anymore, but there is a whole bunch of TC Electronics. I think like the BAM 200, the BHC 200 or something like that, 250. They're like 200 something dollars. That's not bad at all, like $1 a watt or whatever. They're way more than enough to power these speakers, I would think. But Harley Benton had a 100-watt. I shouldn't say Harley Benton had. Let me show you something real quick. I'm gonna turn on the right monitor here. Or Reaper project I'm doing. Tech GPA100. So somebody on the gear page was able to find this. It's the Playtech GPA100. Same name. Looks just like the Harley Benton one. Here's the Harley Benton one right here. Obviously, it's probably just another one of those cases where somebody got their stuff built in China, and of course, once you do that, it's everybody's intellectual property, and that we end up benefiting from it. So have a look. So here's this box here. This is the issue with this amp. Is that it's 230 volts or 220 volts, whatever the Euros use. So it's not going to run in America without a little transformer. I ordered a transformer. That should be coming tomorrow. But because the Playtech, and because so many of these things run dual voltage, I'm wondering if it's not going to have a way to do it. Look at that. Look at that gross thing. Hold on. Let me show you. Here's one of those Euro power connectors here. There's not even a ground. That's kind of scary. There's like a ground terminal, but is that how it works, or does the Euro thing have a plug that sticks out? I don't know. You Euro guys can tell me. But here it is. It's a little tiny thing. This doesn't weigh anything. It's supposed to be 100 watts at 8 ohms or 190 watts at 4 ohms. If it's really 100 watts like RMS, that's way more than enough for the speaker. The speaker is supposed to be like a 200 watt speaker or something like that, but that would just be blisteringly painfully loud. This is nice. It's a little tiny thing. Got some vents. So what I'm thinking is I've got an old Viper, PV Viper with the 12-inch in it. I take the guts out of that thing, just shove this in there, or just stick it, Velcro it to the top of it. I don't know. Yeah, but just take some 3M dual lock and maybe Velcro it to the top. This thing's got a 3-band EQ, which I don't want. When you put it on, the center detent isn't even pointed at the middle. This is your typical red Chinese QA right here, your quality control. But that might be flat enough. I don't know. It's probably not gonna make that big of a difference. Nice big knob. This is really cool. So I know I just got this and I just opened it up, but we're gonna take it apart because to find out if we can easily switch this over to 120 volts. If we could, this would be awesome. This thing wasn't even $100. It cost like $30 to ship to the United States, but it still came under $100 total, which is unheard of, right? I mean, this tiny little thing, if it actually works, and if this doesn't really work that good, I see used, what are the TCs, the TCBHQ 250 or whatever, for not too much. Wow. Okay, so I'm stripping this. Let me do this by hand real quick. At least get them started. You never know how they stick these things together. So this thing is threatening to round off. So I'm just going to grab another screwdriver. One may be too big. It's got a lot of screws. I would love to use power tools, but wow. Okay, I got that loose. Might just need a different screw tip bit thing. Let me break them all loose and see if I can't take them out with the screw gun after that. These guys, all these quality control aging past, QC 24 past, FQC 6 past. Well, they didn't check that alignment very well, but that's okay. It's not anything that's going to keep this thing from doing what we want it to do. And hopefully, I've been having a lot of trouble with the audio one out in knobs lately. I'm not exactly sure why. Yeah, let me see if I can. Yeah, there we go. You know how I am. I buy something brand new, already taking it apart, like that ESP. The first day I had it, I had to freehand route it. Oof. You know, I don't think I still didn't order a Floyd Rose template. I don't think I need to do that. I mean, remind me to do that. Here goes somebody torturing me. Let's see what's going on here. Oh. Sorry. Okay. So here we go. Last screw, I think. Okay. Do I have to pull the knobs? Do they come off? I don't see a screw on these. These look like through. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Don't necessarily want to pull up on this because. Oh, these guys are attached to the panel. So that's kind of scary. So I'm not sure how exactly to pull this apart. You know, a lot of this stuff is obviously not meant to be worked on, right? Okay, so I'm just checking. In fact, let me turn this a little bit so you can see. Yeah, I need better cameras. I'm sorry about that. This right now, I'm just using a super cheap webcam. All right, so if I can pull this off without messing something up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Got a special tool for this. And the special tool box that it's in is not where I thought it was. I have that plastic, what do you call, spudger or whatever? Yeah, that sounds dirty. So it should be in here. Very special tool. Yep, there we go. Yay. And then this thing only goes one way. Here. It's really for guitar switches and knobs and stuff, so this may not have the bite to actually grab this. We'll find out. There we go. I can just go get a socket set if I really need, but I know, sad. I'm already taking this damn thing apart, but I would really love to be able to use these without having a special adapter. power converter or something. You know, I'm scared to use those transformers anyway. I don't know. They said to get a 5-to-1. Like if you had a 100-watt thing, you get and you're doing the converting, you should do 5 times that. So I went and bought a 500-watt one. So it might be way overkill, but I don't really want to take a chance. So hopefully I wasn't just ripping on these leads right now and this thing is going to just blow up. I don't think so. But you know, who knows if this thing even works, right? Usually with the red Chinese stuff, if it turns on, it'll probably work. And it'll probably work for a very long time, but it may not turn on that first time. So, okay, so I got 2 more jacks on the side that I might need to take off. I'm not really sure. Probably. So these are 1/4-inch jacks. Yeah, I love this tool. It's stepped. This came from Music Nomad. Oh, so this is a recessed jack knob. This is actually a really cool idea. Interesting. So there's a Japanese version called the Playtech GPA100. Same name, same exact thing, but that one runs on 120 volts. That'd be nice if I got support. So I'm assuming that these guys probably didn't put a different power supply on it, but you know, you never know. So we're gonna find out. If I can get this thing apart. Okay. So it looks like these are floating, which is fine. I'm not sure if I got to clear the 1/4-inch jacks, if that's what's holding this up. Not feeling. Just don't really want to yank on this too much. I think that's the problem. It's not clearing jack on the other side. Yeah, I've got to get these jacks through, I think. Let me see if there's a way to push them through. Hey, who's out there right now? Anybody with electrical experience that knows how to do this 230 to 120 stuff? I saw some ways of changing some caps out and doing it that way, but I'm assuming. It's coming apart. What's holding this on there? Something's holding this PC board on. I don't want to break it. These things are usually none too tough. If they grounded to it, or it's as though this 1/4-inch jack here. Okay. Actually, build quality is looking pretty good. However, okay, so this board. Actually, there's a connector here. I could actually take this off, but let me see if I can't get this. It's actually decent jacks too. Glued in place well. Let me see if I can pull this connector. Don't want to break anything. There we go. All right. So there's the top board. Some decent pots that'll be easy to change out if I need to. Crazy, this little pot here is holding on to 100 watts though, so I'm hoping this is controlling something else that will control that for us. I don't really want this EQ board, you know, honestly. I would rather not have that and just have the volume knob. So maybe there's a way to deal with that and do that. But let's look at the power supply here. So looking for another tap. Here's your transformer right here. So is this the one for the output? Yes. Okay, so this is probably the transformer for the speaker. So this could be the power supply transformer. Here's 2 caps right here. They're saying 220 microfarads, 200 volts. If this is really, that seems very under-spec'd for what this thing's supposed to be. That's kind of scary. Here's some big transistors, I think. Those are the power. So I don't necessarily see a simple way to do 120 volts on this, but let me just get a good idea here. I mean, if worst comes to worst, I can use that transformer, but honestly, I'd probably pay almost twice just to get the TC electronic one, which is stronger anyway and doesn't require that special transformer. But I'm going to see how this goes. Thinking about pulling this board and having a look. I'm kind of scared to take that screw out, though, right there. Let me see which ones are actually going through. I'm not positive which things are actually holding it to the chassis here. Because that, whatever that thing is, I don't want to take it out. I don't know what it is. Who knows? Watch this thing not work. I like the way they glued everything so that you're not really going to have too much issues. But is that really it? Those two transistors right there is the whole power? So I'm going to get a picture of this real quick. I'm going to send it up to the gear page. So I just want to get some pictures here. For these caps. Okay, let's take some pictures. I want to send this up to the gear page real quick. I'm saying the GPA100 just arrived. And trying to see if I can convert it to 120 easily. I'm gonna upload some images. So I'm gonna send these up to the gear page. Security error occurred. Why? Please press back. Sorry. I'm gonna refresh the page. Oh. It's always something with technology, right? Okay. Let's see if I can put a picture this time. Library. Choose. Looks like it's good. Let me see if I can put the other two pictures here. Oh, no. Go to the library. Can I grab two at the same time? That one. And the last one. Actually, when we were thinking about it, I was like, this would be really easy to make this the only actual isolated room in the whole school, and we could turn it into a control room. And then things started looking really expensive, so then we started looking back at exactly what we were talking about in the first place. Um, did it post? Shoot. Oh man, let me see. I think I might have just screwed up. Um, Crap. Something went weird. Let's upload. I don't know what's going on. I think it didn't take my post. No idea what's going on. Sorry. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm gonna pull this board a little bit more. I'm gonna pull the PC board all the way out. Pull the PC all the way out. So if anyone has any ideas on how to convert, otherwise tomorrow the transformer adapter up that way. Yeah, it's such a bummer. If this thing was 120 out of the bat, man, this would be, I mean, it's not even a question. This would be the ultimate FRFR amp. I mean, if you had a 4x12, just stick one of these on every speaker. It's tiny enough. Let me see if I can get this board out without completely destroying something. If so, maybe we'll have a better look. For all I know, there's a tap button on the bottom. I wouldn't be too surprised. I've seen them before. It's kind of silly to think this thing would only be built for Euros. I'm not sure. We'll find out though. And you know, somebody on the gear page may have done stuff like this before, and I'm sure I got plenty of friends out there who know how to exactly what to do on this, and it's just that I don't. I don't really want to take these screws out on ones that are on heat sinks. That's really rather not. So I may end up not pulling this PC board. We'll see. Okay. I don't know if any of these others are chassis screws or not. It's feeling a little bit loose now though, so maybe this is it. I don't really want to touch some of this stuff. No, this feels very solidly connected still, so let me see. And for all I know, they glued this down too. Here's one more screw here. Watch me just turn this thing into a pile of junk and it won't be usable because I just took it all apart for no reason. That would be normally me. You know, I take everything apart. So, hello, whoever's out there. DSP land. Okay, so is this PC board ready to come out? Nope. So this one could be holding it down. This one on the heat sink could be holding it down. I really don't want to pull a heat sink one, man. Ooh, do I really want to take this apart any further? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oop, now I'm gonna get DMCA'd. This could be safe. This isn't grease, you know, this white stuff here. It's not thermal grease or thermal paste or whatever. God, see this webcam is horrible. The a GoPro really works a lot better. It's just that it eats a lot of CPU, makes trouble. The drivers are as bad as the rest of GoPro software. All right, this is still really rock solid on here. It's a dual-sided PC board, it looks like. Okay. See if there's anywhere else. There's this one screw on this device right here, whatever this thing is. I'm kind of... really don't want to... No, that isn't... I don't know that made any difference. This could be glued in. Oh, this is pinned in. Okay. I don't really mind pulling a pin. That's not too scary. Let me get some pliers. I just got a bunch of special pliers for doing this. I know, watch, I just destroyed this thing. It's really wouldn't be surprising. I do that kind of thing all the time. Brand new stuff, and I just wreck it because I want to know how it ticks. Any more pinned? Like, it's crazy how well this is held on there. All right, I'm going to pull this thing. I don't know what it is. And that's probably famous last words. Really stupid thing to do. But yeah, if anybody out there knows what this is, let me know because oh, that probably wasn't smart. I pulled whatever that is that's holding that ground tab heatsink. That's not much of a heatsink, really. Oh, I just pulled it off, whatever that was. Oh, crap. I didn't blow something up. It looks like there's something supposed to be in here. I don't know what it is. Hold on, let me see if I can tell it to me. Well, I might have really screwed things up here. Yeah, what the hell is this thing? Is this just meant to hold the board down? I don't know. What the hell is it? And, you know, I'm not completely ignorant of electronics, you know? But no idea what that is. Okay. So if I pull this off, I got to get these back in the right order. Let's see if I can even pull them. I don't know. They might be locks. Let me just see if I can see the bottom of this thing before I really screw anything else up. Can I pull this whole switch anyway? I think I can. Might go out the front though. So. Ooh, more transistors. Okay. looking at, okay, I'm looking at the wrong end. Look at the power supply end. I don't see anything that makes me think I can just switch a tap or something. I mean, there's a transformer right there. I mean, I just grab it in the middle, but I don't think so. All right, I'm gonna put this back together. Bummer. I really want to try this sucker out, but so I sent Harley Benton an email. I sent Toman, whatever the thing is called, an email, and I asked him, do you have any plans on making 120 volt for your American guys? So they sent it to Harley Benton, and Harley Benton just sent me, no, we don't have any plans. Now the thing is, like I say, that likely these guys didn't make this, right? This is just because we see the Playtech one right there. That's pretty much the same thing, right? So I guess the choice is, want to run a sketchy voltage adapter, which I know a lot of people do, so it's really not that sketchy, but I'm just a little bit afraid of it. We want to run that, or we want to spend about twice as much money and get a brand new TC Electronics, or spend a little bit more money and get a used one, BH250 or whatever. It's just a bummer, man. If we could just get 120 volts on this thing, this would just be killer. All right, so I have a couple pieces that are a little bit different than each other. So here goes, hoping that I put things back together right and hoping I don't short something on the way in. I don't know if these caps have been charged, if it's been tested or not. These caps are, when you're talking about 190 watts at 4 ohms or whatever, there's a chance that these caps got a little bit of bite to them. So it's probably important to think about that. And all you need is the stuff that the baseball players used to cheat with, that like stick 'em or whatever, the little gum thing. That would be really ideal for this problem I'm having here. I could try and hold it with pliers, but that's usually pretty bad. Maybe that will work. But my eyes, that would work if my eyes were still good, but they're not really that good anymore. So. Seems to be working. Okay. The rest of these look pretty much the same. Let me see. Hello, Kylo, music school. We pretty much got everything right now. The teachers set their own prices. I could have a teacher call you that actually have all the current prices and everything. Is this a good number for you? Yep. And then what did you say your name is? Sorry. Martide. Okay. Let me send this off. Somebody should be calling you in just a second here, and they'll give you the information about this. Okay. All right. You should be hearing from somebody in a second here. All right. Bye. Okay. Sorry. Let me catch up on some school stuff. Recent. Okay. I have to figure out whether I got Venmo or Cash App or whatever. All right, so I have a cousin who is good with the camera stuff. You guys see how awful this is? Look how dark this is now. Why in the world did this just turn so dark? Is it because this white is, yeah, you see that? So the automatic stuff on this is kind of a pain. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like it just completely ruins the shot. But you know, not that it's gonna be great anyway. Um, so let me put this back together. Hopefully these guys are all pretty much the same thing. Looks like it. Okay. So ideally, what am I talking about? Hmm. I got gum in my mouth right now. So here we go. This is the old way of doing things, right? Just the gum on the end of your screwdriver. Yeah, lots of time. Yeah, exactly. Lots of times a magnetized is really good, but in some cases you're frying your circuits with magnetic screws or magnetic screwdrivers. So I tell you that stuff. Remember, everybody they were busting like pitchers or whatever a while back. They use something to hold on to the ball better. I think the basketball player guys do it too. You can get it at the craft store. I think it's actually called Stickum, and it works really good on screws. This is going in. Well, here's the problem. It's sticking to the screw and not the screwdriver, but that's minor. I'm hoping I don't have to send this thing back because I blew it up. I don't think that they're gonna, once they see the screw on the side of it with the strip marks, I don't think they're gonna take it back. So let's just see how that goes. Yeah, bummer. I really wanted to plug this in and try it out today, but supposedly tomorrow my this transformer thing's coming, so we'll try it out then. All right, is there any more screws? And watch, it won't even turn on. But you know that's the problem. I don't want to use that transformer because what's the thing? Is the transformer blown up? Is this blown up? You know, if it doesn't work, I don't know what it was that isn't that where the failure is, right? Can't you guys just make a 120 volt version of this thing? Come on. I have to pretty soon. I think that's pretty well screwed together. It's tight. That's tight. Interesting that this one had Loctite on it. Blue Loctite. Overall, this is a pretty good build, actually. Not chintzy like you might think it would be. So the cool thing is I can just leave the these screwed in. So I'm going to do that now before I put it back together. Yeah, see, just having anything white on the screen makes this webcam go goony. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. I wanted to ride my bike today, but I don't know if I'm gonna. I'm taking a lot of time off the bike lately. I haven't brought my limbo pole out for a while. I haven't been bunny hopping. Just my knees have gotten so bad that I'm really having to give them a rest. I can't do much spinning, so not sure what I'm gonna do today actually. I really love this tool. It's so simple, but yeah, there's really no reason that you couldn't have made it bi-directional, but um, kind of cool like this. I really hope I didn't break this. These have a center detent. Who knows how accurate they are? Somebody went and I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it on this one, but on the TC Electronics, somebody used the direct out and did a frequency analysis so that they would know where to have the knob set in order to make the thing flat. And might be able to do something like that on this. So there's a power and protection light, a signal light, and a peak light. And anybody who's ever owned a QSC amp, you're probably not thrilled seeing a protection light on things because it's like the things are constantly in thermal shutdown mode. But hopefully we're not going to have that problem here. Okay, so this 1/4 inch right here can actually be on already because it's part of the panel. So I'm going to stick that back together now. I'm actually impressed at the jacks here. It's got the 3 springs on it, so it probably like it looks a lot like the old Behringer patch bays or Rian patch bays or whatever that had the 1/4 inches. Not bad. At least it doesn't look that way. It could just be cheap ones that are faking it. But I think so. Well, gotta get this connector back in. Do I have this upside down? Or yes, I do. Yeah, I probably should have thought that one through a little bit better. Taking off this connector is not necessarily going to be... Taking it off was easy. Putting it back in may not be that easy. I don't want to bend these pins. That's definite suicide, right? That's in. Plastic is back in. Watch, somebody's going to answer on the forum right after I put this back together. Okay, so really, I hope I didn't blow this up. I could have. That would be normal for me, right? It looks like I'm missing a screw. Hopefully it's not inside there. Woo! It's always something. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right. So I guess that's a bummer. I really want to try to suck her out, but I'll do it tomorrow. Let me just take a look here. Or actually, let me screw this back together and we're going to have a look at what our choices are otherwise. And I might have ordered the wrong transformer. I maybe could use something a lot smaller. I kind of picked maybe the one I picked was overkill, and it's going to make it a lot harder to mount because of that. And I think it's got to be ventilated, so I may not put it as much inside the amp as I was thinking, but we'll do that tomorrow. I'll pull this Viper down from upstairs and take a look at how it could really do this in a nice candy way. And I might order another one of these speakers and put it in the Fender Mustang anyway. I got new volume pots coming for the Mustang because I don't know, every Mustang 3 V2 that I've seen, they have a really scratchy master volume pots to a point where people were terrified to use the amp, and that's not good. What is that noise? Yeah, it's time for me to get an electric screwdriver. How is that cacophony? Just go in there and yell. Yeah, I keep getting DMCA'd again, and I'm not. This is my voice. This isn't anybody else's voice. I want to yell about Nancy Pelosi passing that whatever law, but I'd say she's looking pretty presidential right now. I'm very surprised that she had the stones to go to Taiwan. That was really surprising to me, and I want to take back well, no, I don't want to take back anything I said about her, but I want to say that hey, everybody deserves a second chance, and that was pretty cool. So, but yeah, I'm not thrilled about this crazy new DMCA legislation she got going. Um, I already have enough problems with that. We spoke about that enough times before with that. But just hoping that whatever's going on in the background isn't DMCAing me right now. Okay, tighten these up. I gotta put the cap back on. I might be getting some camera help today. That would be great because you see how bad this is. I'm getting some more lights. I just ordered some more lights off Amazon. That should help a little bit, but I think a lot of it's just the camera. The camera's crap. It's just a webcam. I was trying my iPhone yesterday. It looked pretty good, but it's a real pain to the way you'd have to keep setting it up. It's an old iPhone SE. In fact, I was using what program was I using to run that thing? I think it was no, not Iriune. It was Epoch Cam. So I had a little camera holder thingy up there to try it out, but yeah, we'll deal with that later. Okay, so that's back together. So let's have a look here. So the TC-BAM200 was the old one, but now they have the Thrust BQ250, and actually, let's just look at. Now some what looks like probably higher end ones, RH2 450, 750. There's some seriously loud ones in here. So I don't think they make the BAM 200 anymore, but this BH250, I see it for sale at Sweetwater. It's got tone print on it. I don't know that anybody cares. They took away the gain knob, but they just put a switch between passive and active. Probably fine. There's a little tuner on here. That's kind of handy. Bass tuner, though. So if you look on the back, get to the back. If we look on the back, there's an aux-in rehearse input. So that could be flat for all you know. So that may bypass the tone controls and stuff. And that might be just a ticket. Just like with this GPA100, I'd like to bypass these tone controls. I don't need them, but actually they might be handy. Maybe this mid control if you're getting too thin. So this one, and it's even louder than the BAM 200. Let's see what they give for specs, if they do give specs, which I don't see. Specific software documentation. Or okay, 250 watts. What does that mean though? 4 pounds, man. It's just crazy how light this stuff is. Auxiliary rehearsal. Ooh, pedal input allows selection between 2 independent tone print effects. Something like a Helix where you got an amp switch run. You can actually do something with that. Interesting. Dynamic tone contouring. I don't think I want something dynamic. I just integrated tuner with extended frequency range for 4, 5, and 6 string basses, but specifications. Okay, 500 kilo ohm input impedance. See, this one will do either one. 100 to 240 volts. You just switch it or whatever. 250 watts, 500 watts, instantaneous at peak minimum load. They don't tell us what that is. Yeah, I'm not seeing exactly what that 250 watts means. I'm assuming that means 250 watts at 4 ohms, but that's not bad. If it's 125 watts at 8 ohms, that's fine with me. 250 watts at 4 ohms on 2 of these speakers would be nice. Let's look. BH250 TC Electronic. See what this thing costs. $300 over at Sweetwater. $279 on Amazon allegedly, if they can get it. But what? Let's see if they actually give the specs. Just says total power 250 watts. What does that mean? 4 ohms minimum. It's got a speak on output. And yeah, I'd like to see what that means. 250 watts at what? Anyways, we'll see how this goes tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll be up by then. Give you another little stream.